There was once a young boy who was given an important task. This young boy was given the task to read a Bible verse at a wedding. He practiced over and over again this one verse. It was 1 John 4:18. He practiced and practiced over and over again. The wedding day came, and he went up before the congregation in front of the bride, the groom, the preacher, the groomsmen, the bridesmaids. But as we know, there's a book of 1 John and there's the book of John. Sometimes we make mistakes. The young boy was supposed to read 1 John 4:18, which says, "There's no fear in love, but perfect love casts out fear." But he accidentally read John 4:18, which says, "For you have had 5 husbands, and the one whom you now have is not your husband." You know, we all make mistakes. Those who accept responsibility for their flaws and those who do not. If you accept responsibility for your shortcomings, you will be successful in life. If you blame other people or other things for your mistakes, you will not be successful. Let's look at 2 examples, biblical examples. In Genesis chapter 3, verse 12, we read, "Then the man said, 'The woman whom you gave to be with me, she gave me the tree, and I ate. And the Lord God said to the woman, What is this you have done?' The woman said, 'The serpent deceived me, and I ate.'" We're all familiar with this story. There was the one tree, the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, that they were not supposed to eat. The serpent deceived Eve, and Eve deceived Adam, and of course they played the blame game. In 2 Samuel chapter 12, verse 13, however, we see a man who did a terrible thing. He committed adultery, and he had another man ultimately killed. And of course, that man is King David. It says, "So David said to Nathan, 'I have sinned against the Lord.' And Nathan said to David, 'The Lord also has put away your sin. You shall not die.'" Now, of course, David did suffer the consequences for this, but in this instance, he did do the right thing about acknowledging and accepting responsibility for his flaws. So when we go throughout the world this week, let's think about what mistakes we've done and not blame others or other people. And that could even be spiritual aspects of our lives. It could even be non-spiritual aspects of our lives. You know, popular blames are, and I've fallen into this category, said, "Oh, I'd be thinner if I did not have a bad knee. I'd be wealthier if my job paid me more. I'd be happier if my spouse acted differently. I'd be less lonely if more people invited me. I'd read my Bible more often if I wasn't too busy." You know, there's always 1,000 reasons not to do the right thing. So today, if there's any way that we can encourage you, please come forward as we stand and sing.